Katy Perry is one of the biggest pop stars in the world, so it's not surprising that she's had quite a few celebs not in her corner. Stay tuned to see the 13 celebs that have dissed Katy Perry right here on Listed. Well, you know what they say, if you've got haters, then you must be doing something right. Well, maybe not in every situation, especially when it comes to celebs hating on KP. First case in point, when Katy was seen riding a mechanical horse and donning green hair for her Prismatic World Tour in 2014, Lady Gaga shadily called copycat. She tweeted, "It looks like green hair and mechanical horses are the thing now," with the infamous shady emoji. Gaga was referring to the fact that she showed up to the American Music Awards 1 year earlier on a giant white mechanical horse, and that she's also done shoots with green hair on multiple occasions. But before this subtweet happened, during her South by Southwest keynote speech in Austin, she somewhat aggressively debunked rumors that the two were feuding.
I don't know what all I have to do with Katy Perry. I mean, it's like my music's so completely different. I couldn't be more different, really.
In a random, I never thought these two would feud, we have Chief Keef and Katy Perry. In 2013, Katy tweeted about the 17-year-old rapper's single, "I Hate Being Sober," saying, quote, "Just heard a new song on the radio called I Hate Being Sober. I now have serious doubt for the world." And Chief Keef was not having it. He responded quite angrily several days later, saying things I don't even feel comfortable saying, so I'll just leave these here. Yikes! Safe to say Katy was shooketh by his remarks, and the two hashed things out via a few tweets almost immediately, but we'll never be able to get those harsh words out of our heads. After the release of Katy's single Swish Swish that was rumored to be about Taylor Swift, one member of her squad defended her. Ruby Rose took to Twitter with a series of shady tweets. The first said, "Purposeful poop to bomb a petite, to a sloppy mess of writing over-the-top funk agenda. Stop trying to make fetch happen." Another tweet said, quote, "I just think with everything going on in the world, to go from rebranding as a political activist only to ditch it and go low is a bummer." And the last, "You are her fans. You should buy all her songs so the songs will finally chart. If as many as tweeted me bought her last 3, they'd be hits." She later somewhat took back those harsh words in a more relaxed Twitter thread, saying, "Being mean doesn't suit me and leaves me feeling dirty. I get so triggered when I think bullies don't get held accountable, and it makes me think I should say something, but it's not my place." As the former husband of the starlet, and quite controversial in his own right, Russell Brand has had a few things to say about Katy. When he was performing a small stand-up gig in London, he joked about their sex life, saying, "I'd be having sex thinking, think of anyone else." And in 2015, he released a trailer for his documentary called Brand, A Second Coming, in which he talks about living a life he detests while photos and videos of himself and Katy appeared on screen. Take a look.
God, I'm living like this life. The very thing that I detest. Vapid, vacuous celebrity. Fame, power, money is bullshit.
I don't want to give all this up.
To be fair to Lily Allen, this all started when Katy dissed her first, but still, it got heated. Katy described herself as, quote, "a fatter version of Amy Winehouse and a skinnier version of Lily Allen." After that, Lily responded saying that Katy was signed to be an American version of her, and added, quote, "You're not English and you don't write your own songs. Shut up." Later, she even took to Facebook to threaten to release Katy's phone number, saying, "I have Katy Perry's number. Someone did me a favor. I'm just waiting for her to open her mouth one more time, then it hits Facebook." Comedian Burnham chose to hide his diss in a lyric for his song Kill Yourself from his most recent Netflix special, Make Happy. In the middle of the song, he breaks for a moment to say, "Life's toughest problems don't have simple answers. You shouldn't just be brave, you shouldn't just roar," which, despite the reference to Katy's song Roar, might not convince you that he's talking about Perry specifically. But later in the song, he proves it very obviously.
But if you search for moral wisdom in Katy Perry's lyrics, then kill yourself.
In a Behind the Music feature on Travie McCoy's group Gym Class Heroes, the rapper delved into his previous relationship with Katy Perry, saying, "As things started taking off for her, the more I started to doubt my role in her life. There were times I felt like a stepping ladder." He also discussed how the relationship came to a close via an email from Katy. He said, quote, "Someone that you are ready to spend the rest of your life with sends you a email just on your whole parade. It destroyed me." In 2010, when Rihanna and Katy were really good friends, Rihanna appeared on BBC Radio 1 to talk about her new album, but she unknowingly shaded Katy when she discussed the difference between her and other pop stars.
Like, I didn't want the generic pop record that Kesha or Lady Gaga or Katy Perry could just do, you know, and everybody, it'll work. I wanted a song songs that were Rihanna songs that only I could do.
It looks like she didn't mean any harm by it, but if I were Katy, I wouldn't be too pleased to hear my friend saying that I made generic pop songs. She even added, quote, "It's easy to get a dance beat and just throw a song on top of it and call it a hit." This was around the time that Rihanna threw Katy Perry a bachelorette party, so we're sure she meant nothing malicious, but it still comes across pretty shady. Linda Perry was the lead singer of the legendary band Four Non Blondes, as well as the songwriter of many hits including Beautiful by Christina Aguilera and Get the Party Started by Pink. And before one of her concerts in 2011, Linda gave a backstage interview where she unleashed some feelings about Katy Perry's music.
It's the crappy, like, who wants a Katy Perry record? I'm sorry. You know, you're going to get the 2 songs that are probably the hits that are good, but the rest of the album is going to be crap.
She kept going, saying, "She's not giving substance, she's just giving, you know, microwave popcorn for you to feast on right at this moment." And that's what she wants to do, obviously. She's not looking to change the world musically, she's not. Ouch. Ryn Weaver is an alternative indie pop singer who went on a now mostly deleted Twitter rant about her experience with Katy at Coachella in 2015, saying, quote, "Anytime I spoke, she started turning her head around, pretending she heard something, then said, 'Do you hear something?' while staring at me." Ryn added that she, quote, "stared at me the whole show, then anytime I caught her eye out of my periphery, she proceeded to alert her entire posse, saying, 'That Ryn Weaver girl is so obsessed with me,' loud enough for my entire group of friends to hear." And while those tweets are deleted, this one is still up that calls Katy an industry bully. In 2014, at Miley Cyrus's Bangers tour show at the Staples Center in LA, she spotted Katy Perry in the front row and hopped off the stage to give Katy Perry a kiss. Afterward, Katy appeared on Sunrise in Australia and gave her 2 cents on the kiss in question.
I just walked up to her to give her like a friendly girly kiss, you know, as us girls do, and then she like tried to move her head and go deeper, and I pulled away.
Oh.
God knows where that tongue has been.
And Miley couldn't let that last comment slide. She posted a photo of the GIF set on Twitter with the caption, "Girl, if you're worried about where tongues have been, good thing your ex-boo is your ex-boo, cause we all know where that tongue been." She was most likely referring to Katy's most recent ex at the time, John Mayer, who had been with many other female celebs including Taylor Swift, Jessica Simpson, and Jennifer Aniston. While Katy Perry was most recently live streaming for 72 hours following her Witness album release, she had on James Corden and they played Spill Your Guts. And in one question, Corden asked Perry to rank the bedroom skills of her exes, John Mayer, Orlando Bloom, and Diplo, from best to worst in bed. And Perry put poor Diplo in last place. But Diplo wasn't slow to clap back. When an article was written about the diss and tweeted from @ThumpThump, Diplo responded, quote, "I don't even remember having sex." Dang! And we just had to end this list with the biggest celebrity feud featuring Katy Perry, and that's obviously Taylor Swift. The Katy-Taylor feud has been happening ever since Bad Blood came out, and Taylor told Rolling Stone in 2013 that it was about another female artist that did something horrible to her. She called their relationship just straight up enemies, adding that Katy, quote, "basically tried to sabotage an entire arena tour. She tried to hire a bunch of people out from under me." Katy tweeted the day after it was published, quote, "Watch out for the Regina George in sheep's clothing." Katy has since announced that she's calling it quits from the whole feud and would love to talk to Taylor, and even admitted that she loves Tay and wants the best for her. But that's the last we've heard from Tay about the feud so far. Now that we've wrapped up the 13 celebs who have dissed Katy Perry, we want to know what you think. Which one of these disses was the worst? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. After that, click over here to see 5 celebs that Demi Lovato shaded. Thanks so much for hanging with me here on Clevver News. I'm your host, Ava Gordy, and I'll see you guys next time.